What if I told you that life is just one giant video game and God was the developer? I want you to consider this analogy when you think about life. In a video game, you have a game developer. This game developer then creates a video game. This video game has multiple levels in it, and it has multiple choices that the character can make. Now, the person playing as the character has the free reign and free will to make whatever choices they want to in the game, within the confines of the game. However, their choices will determine the outcome of the game for them. They either win the game or lose the game based on their choices. And unless the game developer creates his own character and puts himself inside the game, he's not bound to the laws of the game. But even if the game developer did create himself and put himself inside of the game, him in the game would have to abide by the laws of the game. But get this, him outside of the game can fix the coding of the game to give him the advantage. You have God, who's the creator of life. He created boundaries, and within these boundaries, man has free will to make any decision we want. If on YouTube, check my page for the full video. If you're on TikTok, keep listening. And the decision we make will affect the outcome of life for us. And as I mentioned, the game has many levels. Within each level is a number of provisions, weapons, medication, different things as such to help you get through that level. Then you get to a new level, you have all the provision, the weaponry, everything you need on that level, and so on. It's the same thing in life. This is why in your Bible, God told Elijah to go to the brook. He would provide for him there. So as long as God wanted him at the brook, provision was at the brook. The birds brought him food at the brook, but then the brook dried up. There was no longer any provision there. So then God told him to transition in his assignment and level and go stay with the widow because she would provide for him. When Elijah was meant to be maintained at that level, he had provision at that level. But when the provision was up, that's when God wanted him to switch. At his new level, when he stayed with the widow, provision was there for him. Sidebar, some of you have to recognize the lack of provision could mean your season in that area of life is up. Time to transition. Now let me keep going. With each level, Elijah had provisions assigned to that level. When that level was finished, he had to go to a new level to get new provision. When you play a video game, you have all the provisions you need at that level. Then when it's time to go to the next level, you have more provision there. God sent his son Jesus into our realm. That's God putting himself in the game. Jesus is the Father's playable character. Jesus subjected himself to the laws in our realm. When you put yourself in a video game, your character is subjected to the laws of that game. But with you being outside of the game, if you're a video game developer, if you're just simply playing, you have the power to influence the attributes of that character, make them super strong, super fast, or whatever, or super slow, or whatever. The Father being outside of the game, or life, can increase and decrease attributes, affecting how things go in our realm. Virtual reality, when you die, you get unplugged. If you're with Jesus, you win. If not, you lose. Satan plays with his controller unplugged. You can follow me here and here, as well as TikTok for more content like this.